Spirit Wolf. Well, hey, hi. I'm J.Lynn Johnston. And look at Benatar. She's connecting with her spirit animal. See that? So, gotta be honest. Things are about to get real here on the J.Lynn Incognito vlog channel. Benatar, I don't know if you saw my last video over there. If you haven't, this video will contain quite a few spoilers for you. Anyway, this silly old bitch wouldn't quit bleeding last night. It got to the point where everything was soaking through everything and there was just nothing stopping it. So I had to take her in. And it's a real good thing I did. The vet noticed petechia, they call it, which is bruising in the membranes of the eyes. Let's show them off. And also of the gums. This is probably too low light to really do any good, but that's kind of gross, Benatar. It's kind of gross. You can see it down there. She's old. She's got all gross teeth, right? And said, okay, this is not a skin tag issue. This is a blood clotting issue. So they did a bunch of tests on the blood and said, well, everything's normal except her platelet count, which is, I mean, the platelets are what are responsible for clotting to begin with, right? Normal platelet count is 175,000 parts per whatever, and she was at 22,000, so less than 12% of the appropriate platelet count. And they had no idea why. Obviously, there are a number of things that could do that. Normally, what that means is the body, for some reason, is attacking the platelets, attacking itself and consuming its own platelets. Sometimes it's a tumor in the body that's doing that. Sometimes it's just something the body is doing for no good reason. So, Benatar, she loves the fire here, loves the fire, lays right in front of it, panting. Totally hot, but she ain't moving, because she's happy. She's crazy. So, anyway, bleeding wasn't stopping. They bandaged it up and said that they need to figure out why this is happening, if it's a tumor, and if the tumor is resectable. So they wound up keeping her overnight and doing ultrasound and then chest x-rays this morning, to see if they could find any tumors that might explain it. And they didn't, which means we are left with a diagnosis of what they call IMT, which is immune-mediated thrombosis something, which is kind of like an autoimmune disorder. Kind of. Not exactly an autoimmune disorder, but very similar. So, yeah, basically what's happening with this one is her spleen is, for some reason, consuming all the platelets in her blood. And it can be started by anything, like a minor infection, just an abrasion on her paw, or from a vaccination, or from anything that kind of kicks the body into overdrive with the immune system. And then the problem is, once the immune system knocks out whatever that infection was, it kind of never quits and kind of overflows its energy into kind of attacking its own body, her own body. So, anyway, the vet was very cool, very thorough, very knowledgeable, very sensitive, and very fucking blunt. And he said, this is actually a very serious disease. Prognosis, he said, was going to be limited to guarded to poor. Naturally, this is very bad news for me. This is my baby, you know. It's part of why I was nervous last night. She's an old dog, And when dogs get this old, she's almost 10, things start going wrong. So there are treatments for IMT. Most of the treatments are completely prohibitively expensive. We're talking between $500 a month and $600 a month, all the way up to there's treatments that take human antibodies and inject them into, or inject them into a dog, and then the human antibodies kill off the canine antibodies, which are killing the platelets. But that's like $2,000 a month, which is ridiculous for a dog that's lived 10 full years that were awesome, So the one therapy is prednisone, which is a steroid that generally the body hates, specifically the liver. So in this case with IMT, I wish it was good news. I wish it was better percentages, but there's a pretty low percentage rate, like less than 50%, that prednisone alone will be able to take care of the IMT and get her platelet count back up. Yeah, like I said, I really wish I had good news to follow up last night's vlog with. Seriously, really. But, well, I guess good news is we'll know right away whether or not things are working. It just takes a few days for things to turn around. And got an appointment to go back in and get more blood taken after the weekend. So we can remeasure, and it's kind of immediate feedback. And just figure out if there's more platelets, and if there's a higher platelet count in her blood, then hooray, it's working, and we'll keep her on it. And if there isn't, then she's not long for this world. It's a pretty short timer. So my job is basically to make sure this beast has the most awesome existence ever. So look what I did. I have spread out this glorious, glorious wolf blanket for her right in front of the fire. And her bleeding is still an issue because the blood's not turned around just yet. So we're having to be real careful with where she's laying so she doesn't soak blood all over the carpet and all that stuff. So cheater, cheater, look what we've done underneath the blanket. That's a camping tarp. So anyway, this is now basically Benatar's station. She kind of just owns this spot in the house. And as long as we keep this fire lit, she doesn't want to be anywhere else. So, yeah, side effects of the treatments, she is going to be peeing a lot. Like we're talking every 20 minutes. So I'm probably not going to be going very far from the house in the meantime until we learn what's going on. She's on antibiotics as well as the steroids to try and treat this stuff. So anyway, guys, hey, keep your paws crossed for Benatar and for me, really, because Benatar is just oblivious and happy. I mean, look at this. Look at this. That is not the face of a dog that has a worry at all. Totally happy, totally normal, still herself, which is awesome. And that's kind of the way I want to keep it. It's kind of the way I hope it is for good. So anyway, those are updates. Those are Benatar updates. We will keep them coming as we know more. Thanks for caring. Thanks for clicking play. Thanks for watching. And feel free to leave some love in the comments if you feel like it. See, look at that. Even in this super melodramatic vlog about my dog being sick, I'm still mooching comments from you. What a jerk. What a jerk. Benatar, you got anything you want to say? You got anything you want to say to the internet? No? I think what Benatar has to say to the internet is, shut up and let me sleep. Shut up and let me sleep. So I'm going to shut up and let her sleep. Oh, goodness. Okay, bye.